my headpiece?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you on the speaker. I'm wondering if we have to do something. Do you have to change the Bluetooth?
Did it say that it was connected?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, see, that's the problem I was having.
It says it's connected, but then,
So then it's like not working.
can you say something one more time?
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, it's picking up like my YouTube, but it's not picking up my Zoom.
Weird.
Weird. Well, we tried. We'll try again later. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay. So my question for you is, before we start this lesson, I want to know, and you can write this down on your whiteboard, I want you to think of a time where you have been told not to touch something or not to open something. Okay? Raise your hand if that's ever happened to you. My friends at home, raise your hand as well. Good. I think it's happened to all of us. But you did anyway. You were told not to touch something, you were told not to open something, but you did anyway.
Oh, that's it.
I want you on your whiteboard to describe what happened. Go. On your whiteboard right now, I want you to describe a time when you were told not to touch something or not to open something, and you didn't listen and you did it anyway. When I say describe, I just need one, maybe 2 sentences tops. You've got a minute and a half. Go. I love how my friends in class are already writing.
Oh gosh, this is hard.
My friends at home, I should see you writing. Good. Alden, you writing it down? I see that brain turning. You're thinking. Good.
Trying to remember a time.
Yeah. And Liliana, I know your camera's still not working, so you can put it in the chat.
We have to describe a time for us. Or
For you
anyone.
personally. Yeah.
If we could do it for anyone else, and it's Miss Caldwell opening her present on her wedding day.
Oh, yes, but it's going to be for you. But that is a good one. Give you 30 more seconds. And my friends at home, just like Jessely's doing, put it up on the board when you're ready. Hold it up when you're ready.
Does it have to be something that like they said not to open or anything?
Or touch. All right, please hold up your board. Hold up your board at home and at school. I'm going to call on 3 friends. Addison, tell me yours.
One time a person told me not to open my Christmas present.
One time her parents told her not to open her Christmas presents, but she did. That's the one that I was thinking as
I knew
well.
someone was gonna say
Wonderful. Good. Let's hear from someone at school or at home. Alexis, what did you put?
Do you know those salt packets?
Yeah.
Fresh.
Uh-huh.
I ate them.
Oh. You opened it and you ate it, and when your mom had told you not to. Oh my goodness, that is funny. Good. Give me one more. One.
When I was little, my mom said not to touch the candy, but I touched it with my sister's toy.
Oh, you did?
I wanted it, but she started crying.
But she started crying. Good. It sounds like everyone's got some different experiences. So the reason I asked you that, you can click your pen and just put it down, is that is the theme of this story today for Pandora's box. So I'm going to pull up the passage. My friends at school, if you could go back 2 pages to the passage. If you wanted to follow along at home, it is on Google Classroom under day 11. Good. And my friends at school, you should not be writing. Jordan, this is your last warning, and then you will lose your whiteboard privileges. Okay. Pandora's box. And we're going to be searching for the theme, which is the message. We're going to be practicing summarizing what somebody wanted but so then. And we're going to think of the characters, the setting, and the problem. So as you know, in the beginning, I really want you to be thinking, who are my characters? Where and when does this take place? And what's the problem with our main character? So let's start reading. When Prometheus stole fire from heaven and gave it to humans, he angered Zeus. And I'm just going to put a number 1 because that is our first paragraph. You are doing this with me. He angered Zeus, king of all gods. Zeus wanted to punish people for what Prometheus had done. So that's interesting. He wanted to punish people for what Prometheus had done. Did it say he wanted to punish Prometheus? No, it said he wanted to punish people. Interesting. Keep that in the back of your head. He ordered God, Hephaestus, to create a woman from water and earth. The gods gave her many talents and gifts. Her name was, what was her name, everyone? Pandora. Which means the one who bears all gifts. And I'm just going to underline, if you can highlight, bears means, it's not bears like a black bear. It's bears like, she bears all the gifts. She keeps all the gifts. So I'm just going to write keeps above. I know it's hard to see.
Underline bears.
Yep, you can highlight. She's the one who keeps all the gifts. Good so far? So Pandora was created. Okay. Zeus presented Pandora to Prometheus' brother, Epimetheus. So who's Prometheus' brother? Epimetheus. The parents weren't very original with their names, right?
I just said.
Here is a lovely woman to keep you company, explained Zeus. Epimetheus' eyes widened with delight. I want to see all of your eyes widened with delight. Let's see them at home too. Oh, Henry, I love that. Let's see your eyes widen. Good, Jessalee. Good, Lily. Good, Aiden. My friends here. Good, I love seeing your eyes wide underneath your masks. Good. His eyes widened with delight. Never before had he seen someone so beautiful. So we know an external trait about Pandora was what? She was beautiful. Okay. I'm going to scroll down. Let me. I think that's all. Yeah. And we are on paragraph 3. Before I leave, I have a gift for you, Pandora, Zeus explained. He handed Pandora a box and said, "This is for you alone. Keep it safe, but you must never, under any circumstance, open the box." So he's given her this box. Does she know what's inside the box, Alden? No, I see you shaking your head. No, and I see some of my friends in here. She doesn't know what's inside the box. But what did he say, Jordan? But whatever you do,
He said not
Don't-
to open the box.
don't open the box. Under any circumstance. A circumstance is a reason. So for any reason at all, don't open it.
Probably there's like some
But what if he
magical
said to
power.
open it?
But under any circumstance he didn't. He didn't. I want you to on your whiteboard, or my friends at home, if you have room on your whiteboard, make a quick prediction. What do you think's gonna happen? Make a quick prediction on your whiteboard, real quick, 30 seconds. So we know that Zeus said to Pandora, don't open the box under any circumstance whatsoever. I want you to make a prediction of what you think might happen next based on what we know so far. And I'm going to call on one of my friends at home. So you guys at home, you can put your notebook, your whiteboard up when you're ready. I see Natalie's ready. Good, hold it up. Logan, what do you think's gonna happen? What do you think she's going to do?
I think she's gonna open the box.
Put your right pinky up in the air if you had a very similar prediction to what Logan said. Yes, Logan, in here we all agree with you. We think she's going to open the box. Good. Put your whiteboard down. My friends at school, you can erase. My friends at home, don't erase because you have your little chart on there. All right, let's read to find out what happens. I'm on paragraph 4. Everybody, please make sure you label paragraph 4. Pandora smiled, excited to receive a gift from Zeus. She was curious about what could possibly be inside the beautiful container. She nodded her understanding, so she nodded saying, yes, I understand, and held the box close to her to show that she would keep it safe. I wonder what's in it. I'm really curious about what's in it. We're going to have to keep on reading. Prometheus, paragraph 5, had warned his brother about accepting gifts from Zeus. What do we know about Zeus?
He wants to punish
He's a king and a ruler, but does he have an angry side?
Yes.
Yes, he does. And does he like to get revenge on people?
Yes.
Yes, he does. So that's why Prometheus warned his brother. But Epimetheus was happy to welcome Pandora into his home, and he eventually married her. So who is now married? Pandora and Epimetheus. Okay. Yes.
You said not to erase ours?
Well, you guys have you can erase the writing, but don't erase the boxes. Like, you know the 3 boxes that we're going to do for the character setting and problem. But what you wrote down is your prediction. Yes, you can erase that part. Sorry, Lily. Paragraph 6, and then we're going to start the first part of our chart. Pandora kept the box on a high shelf, probably so she wouldn't get into it. But she couldn't stop herself from glancing up at the box every time she passed the shelf. What could it possibly contain? She wondered. And do you see how that is italicized? Do you see how it's kind of slanted? What could it possibly contain? She is wondering that, so she is thinking that. That is a thought. No, I just wanted to show you guys. That means she is thinking that. That's why it's italicized. All right, Addison, let's put it back or put it up, okay? All right, so let's go to our chart and see if we can fill out the first 3 parts thus far. You guys ready? All right, who can give me all 4 characters? Who thinks they can give me all 4 characters? Let's see someone. Layla, do you think you can give me all 4 characters? All right, go ahead. Pandora, excellent. Zeus, very good. And then the brothers, I know, it's hard.
I forgot his name.
It's okay. Addison, what are the 2 brothers' names? Prometheus and Epimetheus. Yeah, so let's put those down. Prometheus.
Epimetheus. That's the weirdest name I've ever heard.
And I'm going to,
It's weird. It's all of it. A lot of weird stuff.
you are writing this down. I'm going to close my blinds so you guys can see my screen a little bit better. Is that better? Good. Hey.
It's cold in here.
Yeah, it is a little chilly.
When it's cold outside, it's warm in here.
So for our setting, we know it's where and when. Now she is now living in Epimetheus' home, right? And that's where she put the box on the shelf. So that is our where. And our when, what has been the when for all of them? Long ago. Long ago in ancient Greece, yeah. Okay, so we've got our setting. Make sure we include both parts. I love how hard you guys are working. Brayden, make sure you're writing in pencil for this part, okay? Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
So weird.
1 second, guys.
Does it ever echo if you're doing it and we're all virtual?
And then, guess what I'm gonna have you do? I think you can figure out what the problem is. So you are gonna fill out this third box on your own right now, and you're gonna be ready to share in about a minute or two. What is Pandora's problem? What is the problem Pandora is facing? Thumb up at school and at home if you know what you're gonna be doing for our third box. Are there any questions? All right, you have a minute and a half to do the problem. What is the problem Pandora is facing? Go ahead. I love how Ryan is looking back in the text on the first page to see. I know we haven't finished. I know we haven't read the second page yet. But we have been introduced to the problem. Do you have a pencil? Do you have pencils? Yeah. Okay. Do you need to sharpen it? And then make sure you get your problem down really quickly. Those of you still working, you have about 30 seconds left. What lines?
Nothing is picking up weird.
Maybe let me take this out.
like when we're all virtual?
No, it's something with the speakers. Okay. My friends at home, can you hear me? So the problem, good. What did you put down for the problem, Bryson? What's the problem? What's Pandora's struggle? What is she facing?
I put Epimetheus stole fire from heaven so they made Pandora. So Zeus gave her a box that they said never to open, and Pandora wants to.
Excellent. And I'm going to shorten that to Pandora wanted to open the box, but she was told not to. Put your hand on your head if you had something similar. If you did not, then you need to adjust your problem because that is our problem. Pandora
I did the exact
wanted to open
The box.
the box,
But who told him not?
but was told not to. All right. Any questions on how we got that problem? Good. Put your pencils down. Eyes back up on the screen. Let's keep reading about Pandora. We've got some predictions of what's going to happen next. And here is a great picture of Pandora looking at the box. That's a really pretty box, isn't it? Very fancy. Yeah.
He opened it.
All right. So remember, at the end, she said, what could it possibly contain, she wondered. It must be something truly marvelous or valuable. I'm going to put some money symbols next to valuable, which means it's expensive. If it came from the gods, she thought. And we are on paragraph 7. So she's really interested in this box, isn't she? Yeah. One day, Epimetheus left Pandora alone for a few hours. Slowly but surely, Pandora's thoughts turned to Zeus's gift. What good is a gift if you cannot open it or use it? Pandora said out loud. Why would Zeus tell me not to open my own gift? Perhaps there is a surprise for me inside the box. Surely, she reasoned, a quick peek inside the box could do no harm, especially if she was alone. But are you ever alone when you're dealing with gods and goddesses? No, because they are always watching, right? Pandora quietly crept to the shelf. Can you guys kind of show me at your seats how you would creep? And my friends at home, can you show me how you would creep? Yeah, you're creeping slowly, you're quietly. I think of like a cat that's creeping along. Pandora quietly crept to the shelf and carefully took down the box. Her curiosity had finally gotten the better of her. That's kind of like a phrase, her curiosity got the best of her. She looked around to make sure no one was watching. When she opened the lid, just a crack. Without warning, all the evil contained inside the box flew out and spread all over the earth.
Oh, gosh.
Give me your thoughts on that. Someone at home, give me your thoughts on what has just happened. What's your reaction to that? Aiden M.
I feel scared because if it wasn't real life and she opened it, I'd be scared about it.
Yes, evil has come out, and your reaction is that you would be scared. Any other reactions, Ryan, here at school?
I think war would probably happen.
Oh, you think some type of war, because that is like the
Evil.
definition of
Yeah.
evil. Good. Let's keep on reading. So all the evil contained inside the box flew out and spread all over the earth. Pandora was horrified and immediately clamped the lid back down. Clamp means like close the lid quickly. Clamp the lid back down, but it was too late. Paragraph 10. The one thing left inside the box was hope. Zeus got his revenge by introducing suffering into the world. What is, if you are suffering, is suffering a positive or a negative?
Negative.
Negative, very good. It is a negative thing. Suffering is when people go through traumatic events. So, he introduced suffering into the world. He hoped this would teach people not to disobey the gods, as Prometheus had done. Today, you might hear the phrase, open Pandora's box. Has anyone heard that phrase before? Raise your hand if you've heard, I don't want to open Pandora's box. Has anyone heard the phrase, opening a can of worms? No?
Is that your
Well, we're going to go, those are two phrases. It's more of an adult phrase. Kids don't use it as much. But what it means is to start something that causes many new and unexpected problems. It is used to describe an action that appears simple and harmless, but has unforeseen and negative consequences. For example, someone might say, I didn't realize I would open Pandora's box when I asked Jaden about his family vacation. So for example, if Jaden, let's say Jaden had a really bad family vacation, and I said, Jaden, how was your family vacation? And he starts going on and on about how bad it was, and maybe he gets upset and starts crying. I have opened Pandora's box, haven't I? By asking him, how was your vacation? And I didn't know, I couldn't see that this was going to happen. So that's like opening Pandora's box, okay? And then I'm right here in the did you know section. Point to where I am, my friends at school. This myth appears in many different versions. In some retellings, hope escapes from the box, along with all of the evil. The purpose of the story is to explain why evil exists in the world. And remember, with mythology, it shows how things happened at the start of the world. So this is showing how suffering and evil came into the world, which means, shake your head yes or no, was there evil before this?
Yes.
No, there wasn't. This was when evil started, based on mythology.
I thought
Okay?
the war already happened.
So, for the gods, you're right. This evil happens and suffering happens to humans down in Greece, just normal humans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So let's go back to our chart. Any questions at home so far? Raise your hand if you have any questions so far about Pandora's box. Nope. All right, you are back on the chart. We're going to do the summary last. So I want you to scroll down. My friends that are making this, I need your two boxes at the bottom, the lesson, and the theme. And you're going to help me out with this. All right, I want you right now to write down what you think the lesson was that Pandora herself learned. Go. What is the lesson Pandora learned? You are writing this in that box. What was the lesson she was thinking? Oh man, I just learned a great lesson after she opened the box. Keep working. You guys can put a thumb up when you're ready. My friends at home, when you're ready, I want you to hold your whiteboard up. I want to see everyone's whiteboard when you're ready. Once you've written down the lesson Pandora learned. Good, Aiden, I see yours. You've got about 30 more seconds, then I'm calling on two folks. right, my friends, you should be holding up your notebook or your whiteboard on the screen so I can see. Amaya, I need to see your whiteboard, please. Or your notebook. Jessalee, same thing. Layla, Logan, same thing. Natalie, I see yours. Hold it up, my friends. Alexis, good. Layla. Henry, hold it up. All right, let's see who we got. Talia, what do you think the lesson that she learned was?
If somebody says not to open something, then open it and then take something from it.
Yeah, so Talia said if someone, like Zeus said not to open it, she should have listened to Zeus and followed his directions instead of opening it and causing suffering. Good. I want to hear what someone said at home. Who we got? Lily, what'd you put?
I said, if you have been told not to do something, you should listen or bad things will happen.
Very good. She was, and specifically Pandora should have listened to Zeus and she followed his direction. She didn't, and it caused suffering. All right, so then the theme, the overall lesson that you learned by reading this was to follow what, everybody? Directions. So we're going to write follow directions.
Wait, we're not doing the lesson thing?
You did that on your own just
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yep, you've already got it. Follow directions. And that goes with anything in life, right? That goes within school, at home. If you don't follow the directions, it can really come back to haunt you later. That's why you hear us teachers always saying, till we're blue in the face, follow directions.
My teacher used to say, you're pushing my buttons. In second grade.
Yes.
Pushing my lemons.
So now on the summary portion, we're going to do a quick somebody wanted but so then, okay? So I'm going to put the S for somebody. And you're doing this with me. Who is my somebody? Amaya, who is my somebody? Who is the main character in this? Amaya, who is our main character? Amaya, I need you to respond. Please take yourself off mute and let us know who the main character in the story was. Amaya, please respond, sweetheart. Amaya, I need you to stay on at the end of the Zoom, please. All right. Natalie, who was our main character?
Our main character was Pandora.
Pandora, good. So let's all put our S and we're going to put Pandora. Oops.
You did kind of the same
And I'm
thing.
actually going to write in red. S, Pandora. Somebody wanted. What did Pandora want? What did she want? She wanted it so, so badly. Talia, what did she want? She wanted to open the box or the gift from Zeus. Open. I'm going to actually say wanted.
Holden, you do not need to leave yet. You're going to stay on, okay? She does, once you get off here, you can go on Miss Kimberly's. You're good. It has not started. Okay.
Don't worry, we're almost done. But curiosity got her. And she opened it.
Does that say so her curiosity?
Uh-huh. Remember, she was so curious that she couldn't stand it and she opened it. Have you guys ever heard the phrase, curiosity killed
Yes.
the cat?
Not to kill the cat though, but I've heard
About, yeah.
the word.
Yeah.
It's like Curious George.
It's like Curious George, you're right. Good connection. And then finally, I'm going to have to put my then here because I'm out of space. Then, Alden, how did it end? This story did not have a happy ending. How did it end? Is he still here?
And saying that she unleashed evil into the end of the world.
Excellent.
And
You are exactly right. Then all evil spread to earth. We could have said flew out and spread across earth, but I'm keeping it short and sweet. So we've got my somebody, Pandora, wanted to open gifts from Zeus, the gift from Zeus, but Zeus told her not to, so her curiosity got her and she opened it anyway. Then evil flew out and spread all across earth. What stayed inside? Actually, nope, that's going to be your exit ticket. Never mind. Never mind. Your exit ticket, when you're ready, is what stayed inside the box. And you can write it on a sticky, my friends, here. So evil came out, but what stayed in? And why do you think that stayed in? What stayed in the box? And why do you think it stayed in the box? My friends, at school, at home, you are writing it in the chat to Miss Conwell or I. So what flew out of the box, and why do you think it flew out? Whenever you're ready to send myself or Miss Codwell that private message, we will let you